Hey guys, welcome back to the review show. My name is Austin, and Captain Marvel is starring Brie Larson, and this is basically a story about a stranded alien on Earth that is from a planet called Hala, and this is where the Kree live, and she's stranded on here on a planet on Earth, and she's stranded with other aliens called the Shapeshifters. I hope that's what they're called. Skulls, that's what they're called. Yeah, I knew that. And so they can shapeshift into anyone they want. And she goes on this adventure. She bumps into Nick Fury, young Nick Fury, and this basically takes place in the 1990s. I love this film. This film was amazing. I liked it even more than I thought I was going to. The story, it's there. It's not amazing, but it's there. It's good. It makes me laugh. It's more of a filler, and it's a good thing because it needs to be. We need this film to understand the reason why Captain Marvel is going to be in Avengers Endgame, and so yeah, that's why most people are like hoping it's bad. I don't know why people are hoping it's being bad. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that stuff. I don't care. I don't care about any of the other, I don't know. It's all over the place. The CGI for Nick Fury, like his face looks amazing. At first, it did take me out of the film like a tiny split second, but when the film goes on, you kind of get used to it. You realize it's not even, you don't even realize it's CGI until the end. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot that was CGI. So they're getting good at that. I'm surprised at how well that is getting. Agent Colt Filson, I hope. His CGI is not that great for my opinion. It's still there. It's just it looks like a big mask. It just looks like a mask to me for him. But it's still good. I'm glad to see him back and not in a TV show. I actually haven't watched the TV show of him starring in. I was a fan. I watched like 2 episodes of it. Not that great for me. I'll try to go back and watch it. Captain Marvel she's decent. She's fine. She did the job. I don't know. Like her character hardly changed. She starts as a warrior, basically. She's this warrior, and she has no memory of her past, so she doesn't realize what she actually is and where she comes from. So throughout this film we learn who she is, and yeah, so like she's a warrior. She's supposed to have no emotion, which she does show emotion throughout the film. And I can't remember the other guy's name. Like, some of these characters are forgettable. I didn't care about the story that much, but her trainee, her teacher, I guess, tells her not to have emotion, and she has emotion, of course. So throughout this whole entire film, she's trying to figure out who she is, and she has emotion. I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore. And at the end of the film, she is basically the same person. She started as a warrior, ends as a warrior. So not really that much character arc, except for trying to figure out who she actually is. And the Skrulls, they're amazing. They actually, when they changed like looks, they actually showed it, and the detail icons, like it looks like it actually hurts to shape shift their own like face and body. So it looked like they were in pain. Fury actually has a really big part of the story. He has a lot to do in this film than I actually thought he was going to do. I thought like whatever they showed in the trailer, that's like that's all he's gonna do in the film. But no, he actually has a bigger role, more stuff to actually do, which I really liked. And he's basically the comic relief in this film, which I really liked. And I'm glad to see Samuel Jackson back as Nick Fury. He's not dusted. Yay! See his origins, and we got that, and it was pretty good, except for some tedious things which I did not like, and I'm not going to go into detail because it would be a spoiler, which I will do a spoiler section, so get ready for that. People are saying that this movie looks dull. yeah, it does. But it's also taking place in a desert, so not a lot of stuff is gonna be happening. And yeah, I think the movie looks fine. I like the costume design for Captain Marvel, and especially young Nick Fury with his CGI. The story's not that good in my opinion. It's there, but it needs to be there. It's a filler. It has to be there to set up Avengers Endgame, and at least it's not like Jurassic World where it was pointless. Basically, this has a purpose. This has a purpose. Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom doesn't really have a purpose at all. Just to spoilers for Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom if you guys haven't seen it yet. I'm about to. Okay. Okay, I just sneezed right there. Okay, so in Jurassic World, spoilers for Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, if you guys haven't seen it, it basically sets out, the point of that film is to let the dinosaurs free. So, so that was the point of that. This actually has a purpose. It's supposed to let us know Captain Marvel's origins and what her purpose is going to be in Avengers Endgame. And I'm hoping that we can get more backstory to her in Avengers Endgame, or like a little bit more, or she gets her another solo film, which is going to happen, which it would be great to see. And I would like to see that because I would like more backstory to her, and I'm curious what she's been doing in the past. So it's taking place in the 1990s, 2019, so about 40-50 years, probably less than that. That sounds a little bit too much, but so yeah, she's been doing a lot, and so I'm kind of curious what she's been doing. So I hope we get a little adventure movie for that, to see what she's been doing with doing between films. Like mostly about this film that we don't get a lot of her actual backstory on Hala. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong, but the Creed planet. And like we see the Creed planet, but we don't get what she's been like. We get that she was training and all that, but we don't get actually what she actually does there and like how she got there. Well, we do, but not really. Like we don't know what happened and how she lost her memory. Well, we do, but we don't. I guess she does have her memory, but it didn't lose. Like we don't know how she lost her memory and all of that, but it doesn't. It just has a really hard time telling us her backstory, and her backstory is like in this little in like flashbacks, and they're all like cut up in random spots in the movie. Like there's one moment where she's in the military, and next cuts to when she's as a kid, and next like there's like all these other backstories. Like it's all over the place. We're trying to keep up, and it's just like stick to one thing at a time. Tell us her childhood first, then tell us what she did in the military, because then whatever she did in the childhood would lead up to why she would go to the military. It's all over the place. The story is all over the place, but the film is good. It makes me laugh. There is this one Guardians of the Galaxy moment which takes me out of the film completely. It's like, okay, and it's like during a fight scene, so you know like how they play music and they like they're fighting, like they have music playing in the background. That takes me out of the moment. So I wish they didn't do that. I'm like, when they started doing that, I'm like, oh, it's just another Guardians of the Galaxy movie right here. I did not pay to see that. You know, it's trying to be its own film at the same time, but also like, oh, hey, you remember this? Yeah, yeah, it's here too. So yeah, like, you know, remember that? It's like a whole big fan service shoved into one it doesn't hold up well. It just takes you out of the film. It's not like bit like fan service after fan service. Not like Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. It's more just like little sprinkles there. It's like, you remember that? Remember that? Cool. It's just how they tell her backstory. It's just all over the place. like my reviews are at this moment. The film is very funny. It makes me I was laughing the whole entire film. It was hilarious. It was like a Thor Ragnarok film. It was like basically a comedy until it ruins some moments with that Guardians of the Galaxy music back. I'm gonna give Captain Marvel a B-. It's not that bad of a film. I really did have a great time with it. It was fun. There's like little moments where it took me out of the film, like the beginning with Nick Fury's CGI trying to make him look like a young Nick Fury, and just that Guardians of the Galaxy moment. And there was one kind of like WTF moment, which is like, really, that's how you're gonna do it. But so it's canon now, so you can't, stuff in this, what happened in this film is canon now, so you can't really change anything unless you pull a day of past future X-Men stuff. So, but you know, what are you gonna do? Rewrite it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that's my review for Captain Marvel. I hope you guys enjoyed, and like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.